Steve, what happened tonight?
Uh, I mean, you saw it. We just got destroyed. Not a not a whole lot to be said.
I mean, as delicately as possible, what is it like experiencing a game where your guys trail by as much as 61?
Humiliating for everybody involved.
How do you kind of try to avoid this season kind of spiraling where right now it's kind of seems to be heading?
Yeah, we don't have a choice. I mean, that's our job is to come out and compete and fight. And we did not do that tonight, and we have no choice but to pick up the pieces and get back at it and fight and compete next game. It's the only option.
Steve, why do you think the effort was so poor tonight?
I just think the game went south on us quickly, and we got demoralized. I think, and I think without Steph and Draymond out there, I think we were a little bit rudderless when things went south. We didn't have the internal fight that we needed to kind of, get over the hump. And it was a game where Toronto played exceptionally well. They were making everything, and we couldn't make a shot. We couldn't get anything going, and we got demoralized. And that's pretty much the story.
As this season goes on, does it make it harder and harder to deal with some of the mental errors that are repetitive?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was, the most disappointing thing tonight is just the basic fundamental stuff, letting people get behind us in transition. I think it was 24-0 in transition points tonight. And, one of the fundamental rules in basketball is you don't let the ball get behind you. It's like being a free safety in football. You never let the pass get over your head. We did that twice last night and 2 or 3 more times tonight. And, as I told the team, those are grade school plays. And, there's zero excuse for ever letting somebody get behind you. And we've done it back-to-back nights several times. And the other thing that was disappointing was the lack of ball movement. Our team has been built on sharing the ball. When you move the ball in this game, that's when the magic happens. That's when you build an energy, a karma. The shots tend to go in if you move the ball and you share it. And I just saw one possession after another tonight that was, one pass and a shot. And we've got to play for each other. And I didn't think we did that tonight.
What went in the decision not to play Draymond?
Well, he tried to warm up, and it was bad. He could barely hold on to the ball. So it was an easy decision when he told us that. And, he tried to give it a go, just before the game in warm-ups by, really accelerating everything. And he told me he was willing to play, but I told him not to play. If he couldn't catch the ball with his left hand, he's not playing.
How do you kind of try to avoid this snowballing mentally on, a lot of these, I would say, your younger players?
Yeah. Well, the NBA is hard. It's a hard league. And part of the learning process as a young player is just how difficult it is. And so you have to respect the difficulty, and you have to kind of tone things back and strip them to their core and say, all right, what can I succeed at now? What can I be good at now? And as a young player, a lot of guys try to do too much. And I think, I think that's what's happening with James right now. I think he's such a gifted guy that, and he's always been able to do whatever he wanted on the floor. But the NBA, the game happens, so fast that, you just have to sort of strip it down to, let's be good at the things that I can be good at right now, and then my game will expand as we go forward. And that's what we're trying to share with James and teach him. And but again, the only way to learn that is to feel it, and he's feeling it, and so he will grow from here, and we'll stay positive with him, and we'll try to peel things back and keep things really simple, and help him build his confidence over this last quarter of the season.
Steve, you've talked before about how this season, obviously a lot of teams are going to be missing players due to the COVID-19 protocols, and you guys have experienced that. But also, I mean, there's just been a lot of injuries with the Warriors this season. How does that impact, the inability to find those combinations that you talk a lot about to be successful and just find any rhythm?
Yeah, that's been difficult, but that's all part of it. You just have to play through that, and when you do have injuries, guys on the bench get an opportunity to show what they can do, and so you just turn to the next person up. But everybody has injuries, so it's not an excuse.
One of the basic rules of defense in the NBA is knowing your personnel on the other side. And yet, there's game after game where you see players literally leaving bad shooters or good shooters to go double a bad shooter. Is that just, repetition that necessary, or is that youth? I mean, where's that come from?
I think inexperience. Again, the game happens quickly, and part of being in this league is understanding personnel.